Welcome back to Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth. Last time we completed a little over a quarter of the 8th floor of the clock tower. It's gonna get more complicated, trust me. And also got some new Persona upgrades for, well, these four. We got Trismegistus, Super Castor as I like to call him, Yamato Takeru, and Kamui. Not the face toucher, the other Kamui. But now I'm going to go into the Vault Room to do one special fusion that we have access to now. We'll also have access to another at level 71, but I forgot who was level 70. Guess who's level 70? Oh, baby. Yep. Anyone who's played Persona 3 will know who this is, and actually Persona 4 as well. Don't think he's in P5, which is kind of a shame. He's only there in his other form. So, for those who don't know, Hallel is actually the Hebrew name of Lucifer, and this persona represents Lucifer before he became a fallen angel. So, Hallel was known for being infamously overpowered in Persona 3, having very easy access to Victory Cry, and having a fusion skill combination that did 9999 damage to all enemies in a game where only the final boss could survive that, and Elizabeth. He's not nearly as broken here, but he's still extremely good, and he still has Morning Star, and starts out with Mind Charge Megadola on. So, I might want to try and make Hallel right now. Hachiman, Sorosha, Atropos, I think Alice, Hachiman, Chernobog, I will have to get back Hachiman via, in fact, before I do that, I need to register Hachiman to the Compendium, because I would be an idiot if I did not do that. While I'm here, I might as well get the 3 personas that I need to fuse Norn, and I already have Atropos, I believe. And I think they're all Fortune. Or I could go for this combo and give you Lethargy Circle plus Binding Hands, and maybe also Mamudo on and Panic Circle. That's not a bad combination either. It also involves Hachiman. I could make you kind of versatile via that combination. I sort of actually, wait, no, how about Bolt Link, because... Actually, no, Frost Link sort of makes sense. I have Bolt Link as a skill card on Aegis, and I have Gale Link on some of my other personas. I guess I'll do this. Now, if I get an accident on this, I'm going to be very angry. Okay, there we go. We now have Hallel. And when I fuse Hallel, I usually keep him on the main protagonist for the rest of the entire game. Also, Seth is pretty valuable because he has the skill card for Myriad Arrows. Okay, I'm gonna have to get back a lot of personas to do this, but... Impure Reach, Mudo on... Megadola, I guess? Really, the only reason I'm fusing Seth is 1, for Compendium completion, and 2, because I'm pretty sure Seth has the Myriad Arrows skill card. We will be getting a better version of Myriad Arrows in Huss or Torby soon, but that's not a skill card. Yep, I am right, Seth has Myriad Arrows. And next, I'm pretty sure, Atropos, Clotho, Lachesis. Yes, we have the 3 Fate Sisters. We can make Norn, Runic Shield, and Garudine to start out with. Norn in this game learns the Dying spells of all 4 elements, as well as Media Rahan and Summer Rakam, so some pretty useful abilities all round. If magic was better, Norn would probably be an amazing persona. Runic Shield is pretty nice though. Anyway, there's unfortunately not much we can fuse onto you. We can force your next skill to be Zeodyne by giving you Glyphodyne. Null Petrify would not be that bad when grinding against hands, I guess, but I also have Master Kakaja. Yeah, let's go with Null Petrify. And so, with the power of the 3 Greek Fate Sisters combined, we can make the Norse version of the Fate Sisters. I still don't know if these can be accidents. Well, I can make you out of Mada, and you have Shura Tensei. But I don't want to lose Dragon Cry. So I could go with Myriad Arrows, Toxic Slice, Impure Reach. But I do lose Dragon Cry for doing this. And there is Adavaka. I think I have the money to get both of these back. So I might as well just fuse you for the sake of completion, and I will be needing you again later. Actually, Shura Tensei and Impure Reach are not bad skills to pass down. Because anyone who knows this series knows what special fusion we can do with Ragnar and Barong. Except that will not be until, let me quickly check my notes for the right level, level 82. So yeah, that will not be for quite a while. I think that's all I'll do in the Velvet Room for now. While I'm here at the nurse's office to top off my HP from those accessories, I'm gonna go ahead and take this, obtain a Prosperity Shard. All we need to do for this one is to defeat a Gold Hand.
Now.
I've already done that several times, but
Even with that said,
we should encounter at least one before we're done with these floors. So good to accept that right now. And you've already seen my party, so I might as well show them now. So, among this party, one of the characters has quite possibly the worst ultimate skill in the game. One of them has a somewhat solid but not amazing one of them has a great personal skill, and one has another somewhat solid but not amazing one. I won't tell you which is which, you'll have to find out for yourself, or you may already know if you've played this game before. Anyway, I bought some new items at the shop, like the Papal Robe, which gives SP and magic boost and has a lot of defense. It's also gender neutral, which is pretty great. And you've got the Dragon Belt, Willow Wing, All-Around Badge. As for personas, I have Garusu with Hallel, obviously. I have Kanji with that because of Dragon Cry. Chie has Adavaka, Yukari has Ishtar, and Mitsuru has Norn because the Garodine would have been redundant on Yukari. So with that, we should be ready to head in. I actually just realized something. I don't have any revival beads. I'm going to change that now. I actually use them all during grinding, mostly due to those annoying Intrepid Knights. Yeah, revival beads combined with healing hand are much more cost efficient than Balms of Life at this point. So let's go, let's start from the furthest floor and head into the clock tower once more. As the final stretch of the game continues. Yeah, this whole tube of gears is also pretty cool looking. If you turn on 3D, you might notice that some of the gears are just floating in midair, they're not actually attached to anything. Which is kind of weird, but also kind of cool at the same time.
It's a power sponge!
And I love that line still. Gonna have to run through the Reaper room very quickly.
the Reaper is closing in on you. Please, stay on your guard.
And I've switched Fuka back to Navigator. So, it's time to navigate this room of webs.
3 strong ones. We have the advantage, but don't get reckless. I really don't want to go near it.
Which one are you referring to?
Hello!
And there's Hillel for the first time. Of course, his first use in the entire playthrough gets agility bind on all 3 enemies. Classic Hillel.
That was a close one.
Okay, these 4 have quite a while to go before they get upgrades. But it'll be worth it for most of them. Okay, time to mark some webs on the map. There's unfortunately a space there in between all those webs, so we won't be able to get it uncovered for the map without stepping on at least one of them. And that should be everything. Right, so the spider can only jump in a direct line. So for example, right here, the spider could go 1, 2, 3. So if we took one space forward, we would actually get caught by the spider. Here, however, 1, 2... Yeah, I don't think it can actually get us from here, weirdly enough. Both of these, it will be able to get us from, though. However, I don't think it'll be able to get us from here. That could be famous last words. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, as you can see, it makes 3 jumps, and then you can escape from the web. I think I can actually step on either of these 2 webs and be safe as well. 1, 2, 3. It's back where it started.
That was strong as a monster.
So something to remember about this puzzle is you not only need to lure this thing away, but you need to make sure that, because you'll have to step on this web to get out of the room, you need to make sure that it won't be able to get back to its starting point within 3 jumps either. So I think I went here first. So yeah, I can't go straight to the end now, because if I did, it'd be able to make it back to its starting point. It always tries to go as close as it can possibly get to you within its allowed number of jumps. So if I went here, say, it's already gone back to its starting point. That's not very useful. How about here? Okay, it's up there now. Hi, spiders. So if I went here after that, I don't think it's within 3 jumps of this spot. No, it is not. We can get through. So yeah, that's luring the spider FOEs. Forget if any of those tiles count towards map completion, but if they do, I'll be back for them later. We'll get a bit of a breather here after that room. Which is by far not the worst of the puzzles we'll be seeing
3
here.
enemies! They're powerful! Whoa! It's not gonna fire on us, is it?
Yes it is. That's kind of what tanks do.
Good job, leader! That was dangerous. I'm glad everyone is safe.
You know, given those dice are only weak to light, I should probably buy back, Trumpeter from the Compendium so I have access to Hammer On without Ken. For the times when Ken and Naoto are
Treasure box!
Phantom Mail! This armor turned you into a Phantom Thief! No, that won't be happening for a few years. It looks like that's Zen only. I mean, this is kind of his, you know, this is sort of Zen's palace in a way. It kind of makes sense that we're getting a lot of items for him. I'll talk about the symbolism of this later, but I did find something kind of interesting, and it's not actually my own theory, but it's in the comment section of a video on the music from this area. Someone said how they feel like this dungeon has more symbolism to do with Zen than it does Ray, which I think makes sense.
Your orders, leader.
And we have a new enemy here, Minotaur 1. I've always kind of liked how these enemies looked in the Persona games. But anyway, the Minotaur 1, which we are finally encountering first. I know there are a lot of games where you find Minotaur 2 before Minotaur 1, or Minotaur, however you pronounce that, is weak to fire, and I believe that it has a conditional drop. Yes, it does. Bullhorn. We need to defeat it with ice in order to get that. Which it doesn't resist, so that's not that hard. In fact, with Frostlink, it's... Yeah, I can probably just go for some Frostlink spam on this thing. First, I'll use Lethargy Circle, and Kanji will set up with Dragon Cry. Fights are a little slow with this party, because I kind of need to set up a bit before we really get going. But anyway, yes, Hillel is here, and he's amazing as usual. Don't really care about Garodine, especially since I resist that now, thanks to Messiah.
What? Persona!
And I wanted to make sure to aim Toxic Slice at, well, it missed anyway. But at the other one, because if I had got poison on this thing, that wouldn't count as defeating with ice. So, let's see if I can get a Frost Link going. In fact, just to make absolutely sure, I'm going to get double Frost Links going on this thing. No, I meant to aim Frost Link at the Minotaur, which I'm guessing has a ton of HP. I don't really want to use Myriad Arrows just in case... Oh, I can also use Frost Link. Yeah, let's just spam Frost Link. And you'll just use a basic attack, and Mitsuru can, I guess, sort of focus on the other one, maybe? Actually, no, she has to attack this thing. Which could be bad, because you're going to get the instant death, and that'd mean that we don't get the defeat with Ice Bonus. I should have thought that through. Well, we haven't actually seen her instant death trigger at all this entire game, and does that second link override the first, or... Let me see. Yeah, it looks like the second one overrode the first. Well, crap.
Hit it!
And it's going to eventually get overwritten again by Chie.
Protect them.
And a crit from Chie. By the way, this is one of the last times we'll be hearing her say, "Protect me, Tomoe." Okay, it's almost gone.
It's dodged.
And it's also agility bound. Alright, yeah, let's just go ahead and... I still want to just make sure I absolutely... Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's go for fire on that. Still Frost Link that. And Chie is going to maybe Toxic Slice that. But the others are just going to continue. Mitsuru can just straight up use Buffadine on this thing. I just really want to make sure that I get the conditional drop. Usually with the conditional drops, you only ever need one or two. Usually just one to unlock all you need from them at Theodore's shop.
I'm counting on you, Messiah.
Okay, good. That at least hit. And Kanji's unboosted, but he doesn't care because of Dragon Cry. The Frost Link should finish it off. There we go.
Hit it!
Please panic. The Bat Bow hasn't been panicking things very much. Now I talk about it that way, it sounds like an obscure Batman gadget.
Give me any order you want.
Okay, I suppose, what don't you resist? You resist pretty much everything. I guess I'll try Gale Link. There's a possibility you might not resist that, but you probably still do. And everyone else can just use basic attacks just to increase the damage. That still looks like pretty good damage.
Counting on you, Messiah.
The links are very fun. I'm looking forward to using them in Persona Q2, especially since there'll be Psycho Link and Nuclear Link as well.
Persona!
And especially since the female protagonist from P3 Portable is pretty much built for a Link setup. Myriad Arrows is definitely doing a lot less damage now than it used to.
Enemy.
It's certainly showing its age, but sadly, now we finally got access to a skill card for it. But we will have access to something even better soon enough.
Don't you think
This
that
is a very
wall looks
weirdly
kind of
shaped
weird?
room. But from here, we can activate a shortcut to earlier. And yet more webs. My sister told me about a poem that has to do with webs. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. Spiderwebs have often been linked to deception in various mythology and media. I know that Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice had that kind of symbolism, but obviously I don't want to talk about that because I really don't want to spoil those games. They are mystery games after all, and their plot is essentially the gameplay, so you really don't want to have those kind of games spoiled for you. But the webs could refer to Ray's... the fact that Ray has been deceiving herself this whole time.
There are 3 shadows. You did it!
And Chie misses out on the experience.
Good job, everyone!
Which means I think we all know who's going to get their Ultimate Persona last this episode. Glad I invested in that revival skill card on the protagonist early in the game. Okay, so now we need to find a web that is not 3 spaces away from this spider's. I'm pretty sure this one. Yeah. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Won't quite catch us. And from here, we step there. 1, 2, 3. I think we should be able to get through. Eat my dust, spiders.
It seems everyone is at maximum exhaustion. I believe a short break is in order.
In this dungeon, short break usually means character development.
Yes, it does seem there's more to come. We can take a rest here.
I know. Would you like some donuts?
No, I'm fine.
Do you not like sweets?
It's not that. I bought some broiled squid at the stalls earlier, and it's giving me a touch of heartburn.
You eat broiled squid?
Why do you ask? Is it so odd for me to eat broiled squid from a stall?
No, people can eat whatever they want.
Indeed,
unless it's
there should be
mystery food
nothing
eggs.
wrong about
Then
it.
they shouldn't for their own health and safety.
I'm not saying it's wrong or anything, just that we're surprised.
What do you mean you're surprised? I've eaten things like ramen and beef bowls before.
Yeah, I feel like she's probably gone to that beef bowl place with Akihiko and Shinjiro at least once.
Well, what's your favorite food?
Well, I get cravings for salad niçoise, avocado spring rolls, and conger eel tempura quite often.
That's a pretty big mix of foods.
Wow, not going with foie gras and truffles makes you sound like the real deal.
Yeah, that kind of thing is pretty stereotypical for an upper-class person like Mitsuru, but good to know that, I mean, from what foie gras actually is, it sounds pretty disgusting.
They all seem quite difficult to prepare. Will you be all right, Shinjiro-san?
What are you talking about?
The preparations for the party.
Now he has to cook those.
Are you hinting that I should cook everyone's favorite foods?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, we don't need to worry about Igus because she basically just needs a recharge or oil.
Huh. Well, salad niçoise doesn't seem too tall a hurdle.
Huh? Wow, that means you know the recipe for it, right?
I'm pretty sure he knows the recipe for most things.
Yeah, I'll simplify the vinaigrette part, though.
Vinaigrette? Oh, crud. He's on a way higher level when it comes to food.
No, I think it's more that you're on the lowest circle of hell when it comes to food.
To eat a meal you prepare, I'm sure it will be more delicious than any professional chef's dish.
Huh? You're giving me way too much credit.
I meant because we'll all be enjoying it. The party should be a fun one.
All right, everyone, get your requests for Shinji in. First come, first serve.
Wow, he's gonna be busy when the party comes around.
What?
Oh, then I want carbonara.
What?
I definitely want steak, a thick one. I like fried chicken too.
Wait, you guys, hold up.
I'd like crab cream croquettes. 3 of them, please.
Hey, you don't get to dictate portions, too.
And so Shinjiro is now forced to suffer through one of the most ridiculous MasterChef challenges of all time.
Koromaru-san says that he'd like to eat your usual specially cooked meal. Specially cooked?
Ugh.
Didn't we already find out about that earlier in this game?
I want...
Pancakes, right? Yeah. Now shut up. What about you, Ken?
Huh? Omelet with fried rice.
I believe that's called omuraisu in Japanese.
All right.
I want curry too, and croquettes and gyoza and ramen.
Junpei, I believe it was only open to one request from everyone.
Come on, what about you?
How about this?
All right. Just leave it all to me. Cripes.
Woohoo! A man never goes back on his word, okay?
Will you give it a rest?
I suspect their party is going to be a lot of fun.
As you can tell, most of these scenes for the Clock Tower focus on the main party for your route.
Why
So
don't we have a party too once we get out of
we
here?
don't get that much P4 cast development on the P3 route here. I find that a little disappointing. I feel like they should have given both teams equal screen time on the final dungeon, regardless of what route you were on.
Ooh, good idea. That'll be the
time to bust out my cooking skills and...
Alert, 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 abort mission now.
Oh, wait a second.
What are you saying?
There are very few things that can make you completely freak out, but Mystery Food X is one of them.
We're telling you, just leave it all to us.
If we start taking stomach medicine now and stay well rested, we might get off with a slight illness.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
I love how Kanji's prepared.
If you want to do a party no matter what, then you better defeat me first.
I'm sure you've been defeated many times already in this playthrough, so that's not going to be hard.
Okay, sure. Just stand right there.
No! I'm just kidding. I don't want to be kicked and force-fed the world's worst food.
Did you just say that to her face out loud? That's going to end even worse for you.
World's worst food?
And now Yukiko's teaming up on you. Now I'm picturing the two of them using twin dragons on Teddy.
That's what Yosuke said. What?
Yosuke, stand right over there.
And Teddy has to drag Yosuke down with him, as is typical of Teddy.
What? I'll make sure you get a proper burial.
You was amazing.
Oh, he laughed.
Huh?
No, it's nothing. Let's do our best, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, even Zen's voice saying more emotion. Oh, and of course we get ambushed right after that.
3 enemies. They're powerful.
Tank or not, I'll crush you!
Finally, that instant death gets triggered.
Sorry. Can't be.
Really?
Full force.
I get a feeling Yukari's going to be missing out on the experience for this fight.
Enemy eliminated.
Yep. Well, I guess we've got a tie for
That was a strong
who's going to get
enemy.
their persona last. Okay, Kanji and Mitsuru are getting close, though. With those double doors over there.
The stairs are over there. Come on, let's go.
And we just have a linear corridor leading up to some stairs. Like I said, don't think of floors 8 and 9 as separate floors. Think of them as one really big floor that is explored simultaneously.
Please be careful. Hey, senpai.
No, I mean, they, well, kind of
Please.
promised to get married and have kids in the future.
Yeah.
That's a switch,
And
right?
we have
Why
pistons
don't we go
already.
check it out?
Huh? Hey, isn't that a switch?
And we have a double switch here. I might want to mark this in a different color just to show that it's a double switch.
There's a switch. You think
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be
I know.
alright
There
to
are
press
switches
it?
everywhere. You don't have to point that out, everyone.
There's a switch. You think it would be alright to press it?
You should really see the look on my face right now. That was just, what? Ugh, seriously. I don't
There's a
normally
treasure
get
box
annoyed
here.
by random
Should we
party
try
dialogue in
opening
this
it?
game, because it usually doesn't repeat all that much if you rotate out your party members as often as I do, but
It's a switch. I'll leave it to the leader whether or not to press it.
when you have this many switches in such a small cluster, it's just like, ugh! Hey, there's a switch there! Hey, there's a switch there! Hey, there's a switch! Anyway... Still haven't found any hands for that request. Please hand show up now. Oh,
2 shadows.
I
They're
did not
strong.
positively jinx it.
Let's get fired up.
Hello.
We're gonna get an even better version of that soon, though one that costs an enormous amount of SP. And hey, another conditional drop.
Persona.
And also, you are extremely dead. Probably. You might have enough HP to survive that. Yes, you did. And that Negado was sort of pointless.
The battle is over. That was a strong enemy.
We've got two ultimate personas over here.
I'm manlier than ever.
So Kanji's Taka Mikazuchi becomes...
You've been reborn, huh? Sub Rockton Mao.
I love that line. So, we have Rakuten Mao. Rakuten Mao literally means Demon Lord of the Sixth Heaven, but it's more commonly known as a title that the Japanese warlord Oda Nobunaga gave to himself, though most historians now think he was being sarcastic when he called himself that. Tell that to all the adaptations that make him basically a Fire Emblem big bad. But anyway, yeah, Rakuten Mao kind of represents Oda Nobunaga. But anyway, his personal skill is Uprising. Raise attack against enemies with higher HP. Now, I'm not sure if that means, like, higher HP than yours, which would basically just mean every enemy, or in terms of percentage of HP they have left. It's a pretty solid skill. It's probably one of the upper middle skills, I'd say, of the ultimate skills in this game. Also, he resists strike attacks, which is cool.
Every bit of experience adds up. This is my hidden potential. Artemisia.
And so we get Artemisia, who I do think looks a lot cooler than Penthesilea. And remember when I said that one of the ultimate skills we'll be getting in this episode was the worst in the game? Meet punishments. For some reason, they gave a physical ultimate skill to a magic-based party member. Not only that, but if you've played Pokemon, you might know the move Smelling Salt. Does double damage to enemies who are paralyzed, but cures their paralysis. This move operates on the same principle. It's effective against binds, but it removes binds, and considering how amazing binds are in this game, why would you ever want to use that skill? It's so bad. Yeah, that one probably has my pick for... It may actually be the worst ultimate skill in the game, in my opinion. Like, that skill is just awful. I think... actually, I don't want to spoil who's... There's one other character who I think has a skill that's almost as bad, but that one is pretty terrible. In fact, that one's probably the outright worst. Hallowed Plate. That's pretty good. Kind of like the Stone Armor, though, but might as well give you the Hallowed Plate for now. So anyway, enough on my rant about why Mitsuru's ultimate skill is awful in this game. Yeah, here's hoping she gets something better in Q2, because, yeah, the Q2 ultimate skills have been revealed. I'm pretty sure that I've read them by now, but... Also, hi there, map completion chest, we can't access you just yet. I remember the area coming up too. Yep, it's Return of the Gondolas. And also Return of the Conveyor Belts. Yeah, some of the ultimate skills seem pretty good. Like, I think like the P3 female protagonist gets a skill that's basically a better version of Infinite Link, which is pretty amazing. So this one here, we can't go anywhere. Well, we can actually use it to step backwards onto here. But if we try and step forwards onto it, we'll actually ride it all the way to the end, so let's not do that. But from here, we can go up here and... yeah, we've got a double door that leads into that area.
Powerful. A knight, huh? He sure looks strong.
So let's test out this gondola first. Take us up here, sail across here, then head straight down. And here we have sort of a gondola bridge that we can cross to the sides, but the main reason I wanted to do that is to get behind here. Which leads us to yet another gondola. Or we can just take the long way around, or we can not, because, yeah, that doesn't lead anywhere. We can ride this one up. Yeah, this floor is very, very disjointed. A lot of bottomless pits and holes, but I mostly did that to go through here, which will get us to the map completion chest and open up a shortcut.
We're doing great! Let's keep it
I just remember that I forgot to explain Artemisia's mythology. I'll do that after this because we've got 2 more Persona upgrades here.
I should get a new belt color.
Suzuka Gonda, the evolution of my other self.
How about black belts? We have, Samurai Darth Vader, essentially, or Samurai Darth Maul, given that lightsaber, Suzuka Gongen. Suzuka Gongen is another one of those figures who, well, at least outside of Japan, is more well known in Persona than outside of it. Suzuka Gongen is a legendary figure prominent in Japanese folktales of the Kamakura period, and she's apparently, some regard her as an ogress, a female bandit, and some regard her as a goddess. So, yeah, she's basically a legendary female warrior, but she has many different forms across many different legends. But anyway, Chie's ultimate skill, Furious Fist. This one is actually pretty good. This makes critical hits do more damage. That combined with Mind's Eye can be useful if you have the SP for Mind's Eye. But in general, this makes things like Myriad Arrows and other multi-hit skills pretty useful on Chie later in the
I
game.
can still get stronger from here.
So this is my new persona, Isis.
And so Io becomes Isis. Isis is an Egyptian goddess, whose worship also spread to the Greco-Roman world. She was a mother goddess, essentially. Also, we get Medea Rahan. So, Yukari's ultimate skill from her upgraded persona is Tornado Boost. So, this multiplies the damage of wind skills by 1.5 times, and it stacks with Wind Boost and Wind Amp. This also doesn't just apply to magic skills, it applies to physical wind skills too, like Gale Link. And that is going to be a big part of why my weaponized stupidity strategy is going to work later in the game. Yeah, you'll see that. I have a really silly idea for one of the super bosses.
I'm pretty hurt here.
And I'm
Can
kind
somebody
of
heal me?
excited to do that. But let's just fill out this room a little bit. And now, let's go ahead and talk about Artemisia's mythology, because I forgot to. I go into more detail about the Persona 3 character's mythological significance in the Persona 3 playthrough that I've done. I want to keep it mostly brief in Persona Q, but Artemisia is actually based off the historical figure, ruler of the ancient west region of Asia Minor, who served as queen after the death of her husband, and she became an advisor to the Persian lord at the time and formed an alliance with him in a war with the Greeks. And she's famous for surviving capture through sinking her own ship, which I guess kind of fits with Mitsuru's sort of tactical knowledge and quick thinking. But Mitsuru plus sinking ship makes me think of Mitsuru getting his ship sunk with Akihiko. Oh look, it's a little island in the middle of nowhere that we can't really do anything with. At least it's one extra space on the map.
That enemy is rare.
Okay.
I'll beat it for sure.
That could finish the quest for us. The problem with that is there's only one of them, and if it runs, well, yeah, we've lost our only chance. So let's actually go for Dragon Cry, even though we may not need it if we get lucky with these, and let's just bombard it with movement restricting skills. Okay, we got one, that's enough. We should be getting the item drop here.
I missed.
Yep, it's definitely dead. Also, we'll be seeing Chia's ultimate skill at work
Call me
here.
if you want a rematch.
Let me just, check. Furious Fists multiplies critical hits damage by 1.3. Not that much. Apparently, it does not stack with the other skill that does that, Raging
I'll take out
Fists.
anything that gets in my way.
And apparently, Raging Fists actually overrides that skill in its presence, which is kind of a shame.
I'm pretty hurt here. Can somebody heal me?
We'll be heading back to the entrance soon, though. I think I see what the idea behind that room is.
There's a switch over here.
And we have a switch to raise the pillar there.
There's something funny about that wall.
And something funny about that wall.
Yeah,
wall.
found a treasure box.
And here we have the 100 we can't... I knew my inventory would be full. Yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty big area with a lot of gaps in the floor.
There are 3 enemies. We get to move first.
Hey, I'm good at tiling.
Okay then.
Oh man, I don't think I can take much more of this.
Oh, I think I see this. Yeah, we can ride this gondola all the way around this floor. And get it down to there. Aha, whereby we can do this. And have this little tile not be totally useless, because now we can step off it over here. And now I can gondola over here. And then across the abyss here. And then we can ride this one gondola down through this tiny gap here, all the way down here. And from here it forms a bridge to let us cross over through this door.
Hey, it's the stairs.
And to
Let's
some
keep going.
stairs back down to the previous floor. So yeah, like I said, these
It
two
appears
floors
to
are
be a
pretty much
treasure
part of
box.
the same
Should
thing.
we check its contents?
I'll be heading back soon. Gear armor. Pretty good and increases SP and agility.
A power point.
Now hopefully there should be a shortcut once we go down these stairs. Or, you know, there could just be that in the way. But we've earned up a way to lower down in this place. I think we should head back. My recording time here is 1 hour 20 minutes, so hopefully it's not that long when I actually go to edit this. Because the battles took quite long in this part, thanks to the party I had. No instant death will do that. So, next time we'll be continuing to explore the 8th and 9th floors of this place. And riding a lot more gondolas. See you then.